Don't you just love it when the typical suspects are extremely mad about something that you do because it doesn't cater to their every whim? While they are openly talking about the fact, even if it did, even if you made it to cater to all of their whims, that they would not still support you or actually buy your thing. It's just the fact that it's not their thing, and anything that's not their thing is bad. And so they need to cause problems for people that make things that are not their things. Don't you just love this when this story repeats itself constantly? The only difference is typically everyone's like, oh, sorry, person who will never buy my thing or actually support me in any way possible. I will bend the knee instantaneously. Unless China has something to say. Oh, what, China? You don't have anything to say about it? Okay. Then we're gonna bend the knee. Because China didn't have... I mean, because we support the whatever agenda these people are supporting, obviously. We're good people, right? We support the current thing. We love the current thing, in fact, here, don't we? And sometimes these people understand it. Wait a minute. These people who are not gonna give us money, these people who are just gonna keep yelling no matter what we do and call us bad and not give us money, they already mentioned that they're not gonna give us money. We can just not cater to them and keep catering to the people who are gonna give us money. Sometimes this rare occurrence actually happens, and that's when typically a game goes absolutely crazy on Steam. You love to see it.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we'll be once again talking about the indie game Mugenics, which is off to an amazing start, due in part to the free promotion of countless Twitter freaks trying to cancel this game and its co-creator, McMillan. Now we'll talk about some of the more successful aspects of this game and some very impressive things it's doing, but we're going to spend some time talking about this man and his response, or lack thereof, to these people trying to cancel him and his game, which by the way is skyrocketing in numbers. It has now passed over 100,000 in-game.
Build the ultimate cat army through tactical breeding and send them into deep, challenging turn-based adventures. Draft abilities. This sounds perfect, okay? Just give it a little bit of that Warhammer paint and I am sold.
Players, which is an amazing achievement for an indie game, especially one that is not free to play or anything like that. So this is really impressive. Turns out, having a game that prioritizes having fun really resonates with people. I know, that's absolutely crazy to think about here. But you can see also, the numbers are increasing. The daily peak is increasing. That is a sign of a very successful game, and one that's going to be promising for the future. But also, in case you're not familiar, this game is about tactical cat breeding, which out of context sounds really odd, but here...
It could be worse. I have been to some places.
Here's a clip from the game so you can get a little bit of a sense of what this is all about and why people are having so much fun with it.
What's wrong with Galileo? Fuck! Nothing's wrong with Galileo! Wow, okay, I didn't expect you to pass on the best of the bunch. Whatever. Their pieces will be put to good use. Wait! No!
Damn!
So that clip was actually reposted by McMillan himself, and yeah, he's been active on Twitter. He be tweeting, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is basically burning his fingertips off. He's typing out so many tweets. But you know what? Good for him, honestly, because it's just promoting the game, not just from his own tweets, but also the people freaking out over them. So it all began the other day when we talked about this. He promoted Emiru, who's recently...
Yeah, he promoted mental illness. That's not good at all.
...been called a racist chud because she did not want to talk about politics on stream. So a bunch of the normal people...
I mean, she is just literally dodging the fact that Tektone's a confirmed artist, so there you have that. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but it's just a fact that you kind of can't ignore in this situation, okay? Vibe check court my ass.
...gated this tweet. Here's just 4 in a row. These are not...
Also, seriously, have you heard her speak? Yeah, there's not a lot going on there.
...curated. This is just 4 in a row. People saying they're going to refund. They're not gonna be watching her.
How can you refund something that you didn't even buy in the first place?
That this is such bad timing, and that this game is promoting Nazi streamers. Like, that's how ridiculous these people are. And eventually the tides would turn and people would come in and make fun of these people and show a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she's not a Nazi, okay? One thing is for certain. She's just your typical woman who will do whatever it takes to be on top, and that's it. If she's gonna be on the side of anything that's popular, there is no inherent stands behind it. She will just do whatever makes the most money, popularity, and whatnot. That's it. The moment the tide turns, congratulations. I was always one of you, my fellow insert random thing here. It always is the same.
Support for him and his game as well. And you know what he did here with Emiru? He doubled down as a based creator. He doubles down
That's
and
nice,
promotes
though.
her again. Amazing stuff. You can see people are very impressed. Based. You know what I mean? Amazing stuff. But also, the other aspect of this that is getting these cancellation attempts is the fact that he allowed some problematic people to provide a voice in the game. When I say a voice, I literally mean them saying meow. That's it. That's the extent. And from my knowledge, none of these people were paid. Okay, nobody was paid to do this. Now
that's based.
The main focus of the controversy came from people pointing out that Ethan Klein is in it, as well as Matan, who was the guy who crashed on the stage a couple years ago at the Game Awards. And the big one that is getting the most attention is Chris Chan. Okay.
I heard that. Holy! Now this is a good game. Okay. Chris Chan should have done every voice line in this game. I'm gonna be real, boys.
Here and tell you the entire lore of Chris Chan, one of the most documented human beings in existence. There's literally hundreds of hours of documentaries made about this guy and his very interesting life, to say the least, and also the allegations.
To say the least. Man, that is actually the least, okay? Calling Chris Chan's life just interesting is the understatement of the century, okay? Some Florida housewives are debating the life of Chris Chan probably currently. Legends never die, and, well, you know what? I'm at least happy he's not from my country. It is what it is.
He's had and all those things. So seeing him included, and yes, I said him, I know I'm going to get canceled for that one, but seeing him in this list has made a lot of people very angry, but...
Oh, are we still doing that thing?
Here's one of the many responses from people saying, if you're trying to do activism over someone included saying meow in their game without any paycheck involved, any kind of statement being made, or any political biases in who was chosen, you desperately need to rethink your priorities. Yeah, I think if you heard someone say meow and you're fuming and trying to like do activism because of it, I don't know, your priorities might be a little out of whack here. But yesterday, Edmund would make a statement saying food for thought and basically laying out the allegations and ending it by saying, I know most won't bother having doubt, but there are facts out there if you care to look. The people who are already mad about this, with Chris Chan being in the game, yeah, they're a lot more mad after this, okay? And eventually, he would delete the posts and just say, never mind. Because
wait, also, hasn't that stuff been kind of pre-confirmed?
I guess he didn't want to deal with these wackadoos this time trying to do activism.
Anyway, boys, listen. Listen. Who is getting the Chris Chan Sonic Chew medallion next? Honestly, I don't care about any of this. I just want to know who's getting the medallion next. That's the real question, okay? That is the question of questions, okay? A sacrifice must be offered. And my God, do I want it faster, okay? I'm gonna be real with you. It is what it is. The sacrifices must always keep on happening. We need to appease whatever it is that has the power over this. And I want to see it faster. Again, who is it gonna be? Leave down in the comment section below who is your favorite streamer to get the Sonic 2 medallion next. It doesn't matter who, as long as someone gets it.
Over a voice cameo in a game about tactical cat breeding, okay? Also, side note, for your viewing pleasure or disgust, Chris Chan has recently been kicked out of a convention. This was posted like right as I was recording. Let's listen to it together. You can kind of hear Chris Chan in the background. You can literally hear the incoherent ramblings of Chris Chan in the background. I just thought that was funny. The
Incoherent only for the non-faithful.
Timing on this just couldn't be any funnier, to be honest with you, and I'm not surprised conventions are kicking him out, given everything that's happened.
40 TMZ News. Yep, that does also check out.
Been alleged, but also, we got to get to that headline, that first article I was talking about, or showed you guys at the start of the video. Mugenics co-creator Edmund McMillan says people need to get more creative with their hate in response to disappointment over controversial cameo meows.
Listen, I am all for this, but the reality is the world's not ready, okay? People say this, but when I start spitting facts and truths, suddenly I need to be banned off of platforms, you know what I'm saying? So, you can say this, but you can't really deal with the consequences that this implies, so let's not pretend here, okay?
This guy, he just gets it, man. Like, he makes a fun game, and he's just not backing down. He's not backing down. I know he deleted the one tweet, but you know what? I've seen a lot worse, okay? And I've seen way more doubling down than backpedaling from this guy. Like, it's a one versus many good examples type of ratio here. One bad one versus...
Yeah, but what if it's like chibi reviews doubling down on takedown, you know? Oh, that's so funny.
Many good ones. So, you know, don't try to bring this guy down too much for deleting that tweet. But yeah, you can see the responses to this. Asmongold saying, "Base, never let sanctimonious control freaks online tell you what to do. All developers should be like this." Grum saying, "I knew it. Finally, some common sense. Based AF. Simply meow." Amazing. Seriously, guys, you need to top this masterpiece. Look at this tweet. Look at this. Tagging Edmund McMillan. "You little effer. You made a crap of peace with your trash Isaac. It's effing bad. This trash game I will..."
Oh, so he is the guy behind Bending of Isaac. Oh my god, I was thinking about this because the moment I saw... I have seen the cat game previously. I just didn't know what's happening with it. And I was like, man, this really looks like Bending of Isaac, or at least very inspired. And now I'm watching this video and I'm like looking at this random guy who has a 100k game out of nowhere. Day one, by the way. Now, that can happen. But, you know, I kind of a little bit question it when the guy has 300 to, 50k followers on Twitter. That means that he's not some rando, okay? That guy is already a known entity. Okay, and I like known entities. And this was a fun thing. Binding of Isaac, okay, interesting. Everyone liked that one. That was a major hit.
"Become back my money. I hope you will... in your next time a cow on a leash or trash farm, you sucker."
Based.
Wow. Yeah, "Put that on my tombstone," he replies with. I mean, that is crazy. I think this is an older tweet, but like, man, that is hilarious. Like, I'm impressed this person was able to type all that out, because the tears flowing down on the keyboard should have zapped the thing, but no, they got through the entire tweets, the incoherent, grammatical error filled mess that this tweet is. But a couple more.
Oh, grammatical errors were the biggest problem of those sentences, or attempts at sentences? Oh, the grammatical errors, eh?
"Dang, I kind of want to play Mugenics now." That's the response a lot of people are having. Okay, it's been unbelievable.
I want to play it just because it has so many players playing it. And look, And by the way, the description of this game, just this, is kind of interesting because I like those types of games. Especially it has some roguelike elements, some unlocks, you know, all of that good shit. I really like those types of things. Anyway, that was Rev Says Desu, 10 out of 10. Bye!